Okay, so yeah, just pulled in, their sign is damaged. But anyway, and they got pods out there, which means, to me, it's like, oh, like, is that all the equipment that they're moving in to do transfers? So, because they said they were gonna make transfers by July. So it's July 24th today. I'm not surprised that I did not get pregnant. So yeah, I did not get pregnant naturally with my husband. I'm not surprised, but you know, it was so fun having that hope for that week. I mean, all week long, just kind of had hope, like, what if, I wonder. Couldn't wait to get to 90 PO. And then I started my period. And so I called the clinic and got this appointment. And so here I am, gonna go in and get blood work done, and I think an ultrasound to check follicle growth, just to see what's happening naturally. Okay, I just want to show a quick review. Here is the ultrasound unit and my bed. So I'm going to get ready, and the nurse is going to come in and do my ultrasound. Okay, so I'm a little disappointed. There's no prediction. I talked to the nurse. I got my blood drawn and did a scan and everything. And I think she only saw, like, well, she only pointed out one follicle in my left ovary. But each ovary, they each have a cyst on there that's really large. So, which I'm not worried about, because I've had cysts before and they just go away. But that's not my concern. My concern is that they're not going to be doing anything other than what they can do without the high-tech equipment. They're basically doing, I think they're probably doing IUIs, and they're doing, you know, medicated cycles with timed intercourse and stuff like that. But when it comes to egg retrievals and transfers, they are not equipped to do that yet. And they don't know when they will. So the one girl said July, but now it's being pushed back. Now she's saying September 1st, but she said she really doesn't know really when it's really going to be. So I could be, she goes, sometime this year. So when she said sometime this year, I'm like, okay, I can't do that. You know, I'm not waiting till next year. So she said that, you know, and I've seen this in other people's videos where they fly out to New York, or she said there's one in Colorado. So my husband and I were talking about wanting a vacation. Well, here's a reason to take a vacation. But he's been to Syracuse for his work. And so I doubt that would be, it's just that would be closer and might be a better price on a plane ticket. The other option is Colorado Springs, which we could make a good vacation out of that, probably. Go see Denver. I don't know how close Denver is, but I've been to Colorado Springs before. I dated somebody in Colorado Springs, flew out to meet them. So I've been there before. Don't really want to go back there. Not that I think I would run into him, but just, you know, maybe I'd have a better Colorado Springs experience. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I got to go to work though. So, but my HSG is scheduled for Friday, and then either I transfer all of my information to the Brown Clinic and just pay. I mean, you know, you're adding a hotel cost and a flight cost. So if we don't make a family vacation out of it somehow, then there's just, I don't know what to do. I am here at my HSG appointment. So I'm at CNY. And I'm gonna go in. I am about 15 minutes early, so I'll just go in and sit down in their beautiful lobby. And I don't think I'll be able to do any filming. If I remember correctly, when I got it done at the other place in Tampa, it was kind of like a big room. I just remember a lot of people in there. There were like a lot of people around. So, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to maybe scan the room before, or show the machine before I have them come in or not. I don't know what to expect, actually. So I hope it goes well. I hope that we get good news right away, because they pretty much know everything by the time you leave. As far as I remember, you pretty much know what your results are before you leave. So, you know, because they can see it all happening. At least we would know if my fallopian tubes are open, which I know they are. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're going to do that extra saline solution thing that is going to check the lining in a lot more high definition to look for any fibroids or polyps that might be there, however small. So hopefully there's absolutely nothing. During my ultrasound on Monday, she said that everything looked great, and like my lining even looked great and everything. So, and there was one follicle in my left ovary, so which feels like it's gonna come out tomorrow, and that makes me sad that I don't get to act on that, but that's okay. I am just going to look forward to figuring out my next cycle, and if I can, hopefully I win the contest, and I'll find out at the end of July for that. So today's what, July 28th, Friday. So I'll find out if I won or not. That would be so cool. Otherwise, I am going to figure out my next steps for an egg retrieval. If it's even worth it to do an egg retrieval, I might be able to talk to him today, like what he thinks about that, being that my AMH came back so low. But, you know, it's always worth a shot in my eyes. And I can always fly up to Monroe, Georgia for that, which is only an hour and 35 minutes flight. So that would be great. So anyway, I'll go do this and I will be right back. I had to run there. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I cannot believe this. Get this straight. Okay. I love the doctor. Okay, so it was really cool. Did the HSG. It goes speculum, catheter, then they balloon it a little bit, and then they put the dye in there and everything. Everything was perfect. I mean, it just flowed right out of my tubes. I mean, he's like, wow, looks great. And then he goes, let's take a look at the uterus now. So then they took out the catheter, and then they put in the wand to do an ultrasound on my uterus. And he goes, that's a nice looking uterus. I'm like, thank you. So anyway, and I've been told that before. So that makes me very happy. So my uterus is clean and healthy, and the tubes are healthy and everything. So he brought up I totally forgot that in my consultation appointment in March, I talked to him about doing medicated cycles with letrozole, trigger shot, and at-home insemination. Followed up with prednisone and progesterone suppositories. Totally forgot about that. So he mentioned, I'm like, oh, because right away I'm thinking, no, I just want to go straight to IVF. So here's the twist. I got to turn my car on. I'm starting to get really hot. The twist is IVF, which can get up to about $9,000, because it's $6,100 or so. It's $6,000 for the bundle, they said. But then you're adding a couple thousand because that bundle does not include the ultrasounds that they need to take while your follicles are developing, and something else, the monitoring part of it is not included. It's the bundle of, you know, the anesthesia and the actual retrieval and everything, and I think medications are separate and stuff. And so I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I've seen the list of what the bundle covers, so, but I think PGS testing and everything, that's why I think you could get such a big refund if they say if you don't come home with a baby or whatever, then you'll get a refund for whatever they didn't do, you know. Anyway, and then basically I wanted to find out, so I'm like, well, so my chances, so basically the doctor gave me the equal, how do I word this? The doctor said that my chances for IVF, whatever they are, negative or positive, the chances from my results of doing IVF or the results I get from medicated cycle with trigger shot and the frozen sperm are equal. So, because my AMH, you know, dropped down to a 0.08. So he goes, so you have 0.08 chances. So, you know, it's less than 1% at this point. And so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, because I don't really want to go through all the expense and stuff of an egg retrieval to get 2 eggs that are kaputs. You know, and then I talked to this OB. It's really cool. An OB lady is in training to become, you know, fertility specialist, and so she was the one that actually did the HSG, and then the nurse was on the side there. So 3 people total. We have the nurse, we have a doctor, an OB doing the HSG, and then the fertility specialist standing there observing and watching and instructing the whole time. So that was really fun. Like, that was cool. And I got to watch the HSG. I will show you a picture right here of what it looks like. So that was me. And that's what it looks like. And that view is of my cervix and the catheter going into my cervix. So it's the little circle that you're seeing. That's my cervix, my fallopian tubes, and the dye running out of them. So I'm kind of excited here. I feel like I have options. I don't know what to do, because I really thought I would have the better chance of doing IVF, and you know, it's a lot of, here's the problem, and this is why I said I would never do IVF again, because it does not work for me. And this is why. When I did IVF 5 years ago, they had to cancel my cycle constantly because my body wants to reproduce on its own and fights the medications. Cetrotide is an injection that you do in the last half before egg retrieval that stops you from ovulating while you're using the other drugs to stimulate the follicle growth. Well, I ovulated anyway. You know, my body overrode that cetrotide. And I mean, and there was another time something happened and I can't remember. Oh, and then I did trigger one time with a different specialist, and after the trigger I ovulated before the egg retrieval. And, you know, so I just feel like I can't trust IVF no matter who does it. I would rather have frozen sperm sitting there, and if I get a cramp and know that I'm ovulating, I can inseminate right then and there and have almost the exact same chances of fertilization and a baby as I do IVF, which is so funny. You're like, oh no, you know, you have a better chance with IVF. Not if I get 1 egg. Not if I get 2 eggs. And that's about what we can expect. I got 2 eggs 5 years ago. 2 eggs. And that's when I was producing 9 follicles at a time. 9 follicles, 2 were mature. Actually, 3 were mature, but when they pulled out the 3, one of them actually divided itself in half and died. Just split and died. It was crazy. So I got a lot to think about. Write in the comments what you think you would do. What would you do if you were me? Tell me what you would do if you were me. I kind of think I want to try the medicated cycle first. I really feel like I want to do that and then just adopt the embryos. If I could get 5 or 6 eggs and stand a good chance at one of them being normal, I would totally do it. But knowing from my history that I would only get maybe 2 eggs, well, that's the exact same number I'm going to get with an at-home letrozole trigger shot. I'll get 1 to 2 eggs. So I'm getting 1 to 2 eggs. One's a lot, thousands of dollars less. IVF is thousands of dollars more. I think I just answered my own question. I'd get the same amount of eggs. Okay. Only difference is with IVF, they would be forced to fertilize, whereas you know, we would be depending on the sperm getting to where they need to go, which they do, because, you know, they were very complimentary of my reproductive organs. So they, you know, so the sperm get there, and they will get to the egg, and it's just, yeah, I think I answered my own question. Yeah, I think I just answered, yeah, I feel like I just made my decision. So that's why YouTube's so great, because I can just kind of talk my way through some thoughts and feelings and be like, he literally in there, he said, chances are the same. You know, 2 eggs, 1 or 2 eggs in an IVF cycle, or 1 or 2 eggs in a medicated trigger. Plans change. So glad that I'm doing this. I'm so glad to be figuring this out. I don't have $9,000. I'm you know, I'm maxed out with buying the new floor for the house, and the other credit cards that have been used for donor sperm. So I'm excited. This is good. This is good news. I'm excited. I will not use the Facebook donor anymore. I am pretty sure I'm done with him. I really want to use donor sperm, frozen donor sperm, because, you know, it's guaranteed. Like he said, get a microscope, make sure there's something moving around in that, you know, syringe he's sending me. I don't want to take the chance, especially doing a medicated cycle, take the chance that his sperm arrived dead, you know, for whatever reason. Maybe they got overheated in the curry, you know, like, is that what it's called? Maybe they got overheated in the travel, you know. So I don't want to risk that. Frozen sperm can sit in my my living room, my bedroom, my bathroom for a week, waiting for me to have my ovulation pain to go ahead and inseminate. So the plan is changing a little bit. He said October. Here's another thing. So the girl Monday said September. He was very confident about it being October, because I said, am I gonna have to fly somewhere? And he goes, oh no, we can do it right here in October. Okay. You know, and the OB, the doctor, I really like her. I mean, we had so much fun, we laughed. And she said that, you know, time is critical. And I said, absolutely. You know, that's why I was hoping to just do IVF. But if the results are going to be the same, like I said, and I told her, I said, I conceive very easily. I conceive really easy. It's keeping the baby that is the issue, due to maybe, you know, egg quality and ovarian quality and everything like that. If chances are the same, I really need to go with the cheaper route, which is medicated, trigger, and that kind of thing. I was kind of looking forward to doing IVF, you know, but I've been there, done that, and it's not that glamorous. It's not that fun, but it's, you know, it's worth it, of course. But it would be great to just do a medicated, see if I can get my own, you know, natural child. And if not, I told them about the embryos, about how it all came about. I didn't go to detail about my friend giving them, but I did say my friend had donor egg and donor sperm, 4 quality healthy embryos. They were like nodding, oh yes, like they were all excited about it. So I may do a medicated cycle or 2, and then if not, then they'll be ready for me to transfer in October, and I'll be pregnant by Christmas. That would be so great. Anyway, so that's it for this video. That's it. I'm going to go home now. It is Friday, and that's all my news for now. I hope every one of you are doing well. Let me know what you're doing, where you are in your cycle, if you got pregnant, if you're still trying. I do love hearing from all of you. It's been so great to get your support, and I love giving my support back to you. And so if I can be a support to you, I would love to. So anyway, that is it. I will talk to you next time. Bye.